Hey everyone, have you always wanted to start playing Raid Shadow Legends the right way? This beginner's guide was made specifically for you. I made this Raid Shadow Legends 2022 beginner guide that will fill you in on the basics of the game. And if you only came here for free Raid Shadow Legends legendaries, then go to this timestamp and I'll show you some cool heroes for beginners that you can get at the start, and some other Raid Shadow Legends tips. Let's get going! In this champion guide, I set a goal for myself to show you how to reach level 20 and understand all the mechanics of the game so that you can have a fully formed group of champions. You'll also get one free Raid Shadow Legends epic champion at the start and useful rare heroes for future development. Also, I'll be sharing tips and tricks that will help you in the game. There is one annoying feature in the game, and that is the randomness of getting heroes from fragments. And so that newbies don't waste their shards, I suggest taking an epic hero of your choice from the start. So how do you start in Raid Shadow Legends with a free epic champion? Firstly, open the description where all the links are, and if you register using them, then you'll receive the selected hero. With the first link, you get the support hero Lightsworn and 100,000 silver. The second link gives you the hero Kanoru with high damage and 300,000 silver, and a chicken to upgrade. The third link will give you the hero Jotun with high damage and health burn and 100,000 silver. I left all the links with the epic character codes in the description and in the pinned comment. The main thing to know is that you have to create a new account and you have to do it from a PC. Bonuses may vary and may change over time, so you'll always find the actual bonuses and sponsorship links in the description of the video and the first comment. And next to the link or promo code, you'll find the dates when it was last checked to make sure that it works. After you've launched the game, you need to go through a tutorial that will guide you through the basics. And now for whom to play at the beginning. You are offered 4 heroes to choose from. The best to start with is Kayle, who will get you to level 40 at least, and be useful with his poisons and AoE attacks. Or Athel, who will absorb damage and strengthen a group of allies. A very worthy hero if you throw a couple of good damage dealing heroes to him. In general, experienced raid players say that it doesn't matter which hero you choose there, but the main thing is boosting and player skill, though there is no denying that Kayle will be the best choice for dealing damage. Let's continue with the basics of how to play in the beginning. Open the Achievements, Missions, and Tasks tabs to complete the conditions and collect more rewards. Don't forget to regularly claim these rewards, because resources are going to be very important in the beginning, and you will need a lot of silver and other prizes. The game implies that you need to farm a lot in order to confidently boost later, so strictly ration everything that you earn in the game. I don't recommend doing activities on your own. It's just pointless to go through the campaign like that. You have an important missions tab that is your guide for the next couple of months. There are hundreds of turn-based quests that will guide you through every aspect of the game. To get started, go through the first location of the campaign. You will then be asked to equip the hero with certain types of artifacts. Tasks here are different, but after a while, similar ones will come up. Be sure to read the details of the task and click on it so you're transferred to the desired level that needs to be farmed or to the desired mode. These are the missions that will give you things like fragments, silver, and energy for the first time. This is your guide and a list of quests you should follow. Heroes. Your group should consist of an attack hero, heroes that give positive effects to your allies and negative ones to your opponents, as well as a tank that will absorb damage and provoke the enemy, and a healer so that your champions stay alive. We have, for example, one hero for damage, Jotun, while Kayle imposes debuffs. The battle priestess that is given to all newbies will heal the first time, and you can also open a blue shard that gives a random champion. Always leave a couple of blue summoning shards in the opening available, as there are times when a Times 2 portal will appear, and it happens frequently. Don't download more than 6 heroes after the formed group. You simply will not have enough resources to provide them with items and experience. I think it is worth advising you on the heroes which you can get for free and include in your group. Let's get started. The first most useful hero is the Spirit Host. She drops randomly in Durham Forest. You can try to farm her. She is very useful at first because she removes debuffs from allies. The second free hero is War Maiden, who is in the Wasteland location. If she is pumped into a crit, she will increase its attack and can impose poisons and give a penalty to the defense of enemies. And the third hero who falls in the last location of the Sulphur Path, Diabolist. This is the best hero for a beginner who speeds up the group, slows down enemies, and puts her targets to sleep. Another option is to farm Eris, which removes debuffs from allies and gives a bonus to speed, counterattacks, and hits again if she kills the target. You can farm her at the Palace of Aravia. How to upgrade heroes in the tavern. Take Kayle for example. There is a level boost with beer cans and food. Food champions are the heroes of green and gray rarity, so that when boosting the main heroes, they can be used to increase the level or rank of the hero. Food champions can be ranked up so that they give more experience. Beer cans are given for completing tasks and activities and in tournaments. I suggest that you invest the first cans into the epic hero you chose after the prologue in order to quickly pump its power points. Then onto your assignment to increase your rank. Rank increase is available at the maximum level of the hero. 3 stars is level 30, 4 stars level 40, so the maximum level depends on the number of stars. To increase your rank, you need either food or chickens, and they also have their own number of stars. Skills are improved through books, which are also not given everywhere, but for completing all sorts of activities, like completing campaigns, arenas, dungeons, and tasks from the missions tab. By improving skills, you will increase damage and increase the combat strength rating. There are 3 types of books: rare, epic, and legendary. We put rare books onto rare heroes and so on. And the last one is development. Development paints each star. This increases the attributes of the hero and the level of strength. For this action, you need potion jars that are knocked out from bosses of the strongholds in the dungeon. How to upgrade artifacts. Okay, you've dressed Kale or Jotun like I have in a full attack set. Next, we select an item and go to improvement. All items can be upgraded for silver, up to +4 levels with a 100% chance of improvement. After that, the chance decreases, and you need to upgrade them to +16. You can also upgrade the additional characteristics of items with runes. Here you have a rune for health, and if the item has an additional health parameter, then you can put it on. Runes are mined in faction wars. Artifacts are halfway there, so you need to understand which artifacts to put on which characters. The main indicator for which characteristics should be predominant is what characteristics a hero's ability to do damage depends on. For example, there are heroes whose damage depends on their defense, health, or other unusual parameters. Also, there is no less important indicator than the role of the hero. If this is a hero who heals allies and gives buffs, then he does not need to get a boost to attack. He needs to increase speed, increase health, or if this character casts curses, then more accuracy. For attack heroes, boost the parameter on which the damage of abilities depends. The attack itself, speed, critical hit, and the chance of a critical hit. Defense heroes or tanks need to increase defense and health. Having more health makes it more likely that this particular hero will be attacked and that they'll absorb damage. In general, to be 100% sure what to give each hero, it's a good idea to look for guides on YouTube. There are a lot of guides for each hero, and if you don't put it on the right hero, then you have to take it off. And to do this, you need to pay in silver from 3,000 to 100,000 depending on the item's rarity. Another important point is improving talents. To improve your talents, you need scrolls that are obtained from the Minotaur boss in the dungeon playlist. Talents enhance passive stats and provide useful effects in various battles. The easiest way is to buy a full set at once for 800 rubies and buy all the talents without much bother. For a group of 5 heroes, you need about 600 visits to farm a Minotaur. I'll also add an important point about the elements. An element is one of the main characteristics that affects the damage dealt to enemies during battles. At the moment, there are 4 elements: Force, Magic, Spirit, and Void. Force is stronger than Magic, Magic is stronger than Spirit, Spirit is stronger than Force, Void is a neutral element and it has no weaknesses or advantage over other elements. Tournaments and events take up an important place in the life of every player, especially at the start. Tournaments are like quests, but they require farming. For example, play campaigns and get artifacts or go through a spider's nest. For this, you get a score that raises you in the ranks, and when you reach a certain amount, you'll receive a reward. The higher your level, the more difficult the players you're placed with in the tournament. Don't forget to join a clan, which also has benefits. The first plus is that you can kill the clan boss, who gives useful rewards depending on how much damage is done. The second benefit is that you have access to clan tournaments, where you need to earn points doing all the activities in order to win. Points are earned for completing all dungeons and pumping up heroes. And the third big bonus is a clan store that sells useful things and resources. Shards. I have said more than once, collect all the shards that you can, but do not open them. The shards should be opened during the ×2 boost period of the portal. This is when your portal emits a beam of a certain color. What color beam affects what you get, like a buff to shards. Previously, I opened all the fragments that I received, but this was a huge mistake, because you can just wait a bit and open the shards in the ×2 period. You can get the first ×2 after just 2 days, then after 3, and in different ways. The main thing is to wait so you have a higher chance of getting epic heroes. Cool, right? You can unlock green shards through daily quests, and by the way, there is also an opportunity to get rare heroes. Legendary shards are unlocked during the ×2 period, so you definitely won't be disappointed. Although there are often times when you won't get them as often as you'd like. Game modes, let's talk about them, since you need to understand what you need to farm in order to pump up your heroes later. The first and main mode is the story campaign. The campaign has its difficulties. It all starts with the simplest normal mode, and for each closing chapter you'll receive sets for pumping and move on to missions that you already know about. Each location drops different sets of artifacts. For higher difficulties, cooler artifacts will be given to you for completing missions. The next mode is dungeons. I divide it into two components. These are strongholds with banks, and the second is dungeons with bosses, where you can farm things and get other extras. The third mode is faction wars. From time to time, different crypts are open that need to be closed. If, for example, you enter the crypt of the Bannerites or Orcs, then to complete the mission you need a group of characters that belong to this faction. The further you progress through the tasks, the more difficult the enemies will be from there. The next playlist is Arena. There are two modes in the Arena, Group and Normal. Clan bosses are unlocked once you join a clan. The main task is to beat the boss together with the whole clan. You can't kill the boss yourself, so you just need to deal as much damage as possible in order to loot a couple of reward boxes later. The last mode is Doom Tower. We will talk about it in our next videos, because the topic is extensive and worthy of its own separate video. Crafting things is a complex topic, and you won't get to it right away. You need to level up to get this function. So if you're interested in a crafting guide, let us know in the comments, and if so, I'll make another video laying out a detailed explanation. And that's all for now. I hope you got yourself one of the best first champions in Raid Shadow Legends at the start. And just to remind you, the promo codes for Raid Shadow Legends are in the description, so register and get a free edge in the game. I got my goal, reach level 20, and I hope you'll do it too so you can fully enjoy the game. Thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click on the bell so you don't miss any new videos, and I also suggest watching our other videos on Raid Shadow Legends gameplay. Ciao for now, and see you all on the Game Geek Tricks channel.